The story of how the United States expanded from its original 13 colonies to its present 50 states is a compelling saga of exploration, conflict, and the relentless pursuit of manifest destiny. This video meticulously traces the chronological addition of each state from the official date of statehood, the pivotal moment when each territory was formally admitted into the Union, earning equal status with the founding states. By highlighting key events, territorial acquisitions, treaties, and significant historical milestones, we will visualize the evolving map of the United States. The narrative will illustrate how diverse political, social, and economic forces shaped and defined each region's unique identity. We will delve into the rich tapestry of U.S. statehood, uncovering stories of ambition, compromise, and unity, while also exploring ongoing discussions about potential future states. The United States declared its independence on July 4, 1776, with the adoption of the Declaration of Independence by the Second Continental Congress. This document, primarily authored by Thomas Jefferson, announced the separation of the 13 American colonies from Great Britain, forming an independent nation. The recognition of U.S. independence was officially confirmed with the signing of the Treaty of Paris on September 3, 1783. Which ended the American Revolutionary War. In 1783, the primary states were the original 13 colonies that had declared independence and subsequently formed the United States. These states included Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, Virginia, New York, North Carolina, and Rhode Island. These states operated under the Articles of Confederation, the first governing document of the United States, before the ratification of the U.S. Constitution in 1788. The Articles of Confederation proved to be a weak system of government, leading to the Constitutional Convention in 1787, where the U.S. Constitution was drafted. Ratified in 1788, the Constitution established a stronger federal government with separate executive, legislative, and judicial branches. The Bill of Rights, comprising the first 10 amendments, was added in 1791, guaranteeing fundamental rights and freedoms. These fundamental documents and subsequent amendments had been crucial in shaping the nation's governance and legal framework, ensuring a balance of power and protection of individual liberties. The early 19th century marked significant growth for the United States. Vermont became the first state added beyond the original colonies in 1791, following its independence as a republic and resolving disputes with New York. Kentucky joined in 1792, separating from Virginia due to governance challenges and frontier aspirations. Tennessee's statehood in 1796 signaled westward expansion beyond the Appalachian Mountains. Ohio's admission in 1803, facilitated by the Northwest Ordinance of 1787, set a precedent for orderly territorial expansion. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803, which doubled the nation's size, led to Louisiana becoming a state in 1812, the first significant addition beyond the original colonial borders. Indiana, admitted in 1816, reflected westward migration and agricultural promise. Mississippi became a state in 1817, emerging from the Mississippi Territory during the cotton boom. Illinois joined the Union in 1818, driven by rich prairies and agricultural potential. Alabama followed in 1819, expanding the plantation economy and cotton farming. The Missouri Compromise of 1820 was a crucial moment in the balance of power between free and slave states. It resulted in Maine's admission as a free state to counter Missouri's entry as a slave state, underscoring the nation's growing sectional tensions. This period marked the United States' evolution into continental power, influenced by dynamic political, economic, and social changes. Missouri's statehood in 1821, under the terms of the Missouri Compromise, highlighted the escalating conflict over slavery. The agreement allowed Missouri to enter as a slave state while admitting Maine as a free state to maintain equilibrium. This era, driven by the belief in manifest destiny, saw significant territorial expansion as Americans moved westward, believing it was their fate to span the continent. Arkansas joined the Union in 1836, and Michigan followed in 1837. The settlement of these states was driven by westward migration and the allure of fertile land. Michigan's admission was marked by the resolution of the Toledo War, a boundary dispute with Ohio. In 1845, Florida and Texas were admitted. Florida had been ceded by Spain in 1819, while Texas joined after being an independent republic following its secession from Mexico. The annexation of Texas led to the Mexican-American War, resulting in the U.S. acquiring vast territories in the West, including present-day California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and parts of Colorado and New Mexico. Iowa was admitted in 1846 and Wisconsin in 1848, both part of the Northwest expansion. The discovery of gold in California in 1848 led to the gold rush, accelerating its statehood in 1850. California's admission as a free state further inflamed sectional tensions. Minnesota joined in 1858, and Oregon followed in 1859. Both were settled through the Oregon Trail, a key route for westward migration. The Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854, which created the territories of Kansas and Nebraska, allowed settlers to decide on the legality of slavery through popular sovereignty, leading to violent conflict in Bleeding Kansas. Kansas's admission in 1861 as a free state underscored the sectional conflict that would soon erupt into the Civil War. The admission of Kansas in 1861 as a free state highlighted the intense sectional conflict that soon erupted into the Civil War. The war began shortly after, as 11 southern states seceded to form the Confederate States of America, leading to a brutal conflict over issues including states' rights and slavery. Amidst this turmoil, West Virginia separated from Virginia in 1863, joining the Union as a new state loyal to the federal government. Nevada's statehood in 1864 was strategically significant, providing the Union with vital resources and political support. Post-war, the Reconstruction era focused on integrating the southern states back into the Union and addressing the legal status and rights of freed slaves. Nebraska's admission in 1867 marked the end of this tumultuous period, symbolizing the nation's commitment to rebuilding and expanding. This era, defined by both conflict and rebuilding, reshaped the United States and set the stage for its modern development. In 1867, the United States purchased Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million. Known initially as Seward's Folly, it became an important strategic and resource-rich region. As the United States emerged from the Civil War and Reconstruction, the late 19th century heralded a period of significant growth and development known as the Continental Expansion. Colorado, admitted as the 38th state in 1876, marked the beginning of this era. Known as the Centennial State because it achieved statehood during the 100th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, Colorado's admission was driven by its booming mining industry. The Dakota Territory was divided, and both North Dakota and South Dakota were admitted on November 2, 1889. This move was strategically significant, balancing political power between free and slave states even in this era. The rapid settlement and agricultural development in the region facilitated their statehood. Montana followed shortly after on November 8, 1889. Its vast plains and mountainous regions were attractive for mining and ranching, contributing to its swift transition from territory to state. Washington was admitted just a few days later on November 11, 1889. The Pacific Northwest's growing population and economic potential, particularly in timber and fishing industries, supported its statehood. Idaho, with its rich mining resources, became the 43rd state on July 3, 1890. Wyoming joined the Union in July 10, 1890, and was notably the first state to grant women the right to vote, earning its nickname, the Equality State. Utah's path to statehood was unique due to the significant influence of the Mormon Church and its practice of polygamy, which delayed its admission. However, after the church officially renounced polygamy, Utah was admitted on January 4, 1896. As the United States continued to grow, the early 20th century saw the addition of new states reflecting both territorial reorganization and strategic interests. Oklahoma achieved statehood on November 16, 1907, through the merging of Oklahoma Territory and Indian Territory. This marked a significant step in integrating Native American lands into the Union, albeit through complex and often contentious processes. New Mexico and Arizona followed in quick succession, with New Mexico becoming the 47th state on January 6, 1912, and Arizona the 48th on February 14, 1912. Their admissions completed the contiguous United States, symbolizing the nation's manifest destiny of spanning from coast to coast. Alaska, purchased from Russia in 1867, was initially seen as a barren wasteland. However, its vast resources and strategic importance led to its admission as the 49th state on January 3, 1959. This significant addition underscored the geopolitical shifts of the Cold War era. Hawaii, with its unique cultural heritage and strategic location in the Pacific, followed soon after. It became the 50th state on August 21, 1959. Hawaii's statehood marked the culmination of American expansion across the Pacific, highlighting the nation's growing influence on the global stage. As the United States looks toward the future, territories like Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. stand at the forefront of the statehood debate, symbolizing the ongoing evolution of American democracy. These regions may soon reshape the Union, reflecting the nation's commitment to representation and equality. If you enjoyed exploring American history with us, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos. Your support helps us bring you more great content. Thanks for watching.